Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. Time for the SmackDown spoilers. This is SmackDown for Friday, May 30th, 2014, which I believe was filmed in Atlanta, Georgia. There was a dark match in between the tapings of Main Event and SmackDown, which saw Dolph Ziggler defeat Sami Zayn in what was described as an unreal match. So, this match must have been pretty damn good. Honestly, the two of them in a match, that sounds pretty good, so, yeah. Anyways, SmackDown actually starts with The Shield. I believe they're in the ring, but they cut a promo on Evolution and Payback, the match at Payback. And Roman Reigns specifically says that Evolution will pay for putting him through the announce table on Raw. Next up, we see Cesaro defeat Kofi Kingston. And Cesaro attacks Kofi after the match and hits him with a neutralizer while Heyman cheers him on. Up next after that, we see Paige defeat Tamina with the Scorpion Crosslock. This was a non-title match. Alicia Fox came out during the match to taunt Paige with the Divas title belt, but it backfired. Paige still won, so whatever. Up next, Bo Dallas comes out, and he cuts another cheesy promo before his match, which sees him defeat Xavier Woods with the Bo Dog. And also, little side note about Bo. There was a report that said on an episode of NXT here, I think it was either this week's NXT or maybe it was last week's episode of NXT, Bo lost a match, I think against Sami Zayn. I'm not sure who he was going against, but the stipulation to the match was, if Bo lost, it was basically a loser leaves town match sort of thing, I guess. But Bo lost, and so he's not allowed to go back to NXT. So that means we're stuck with his sorry ass. Great. Anyways, up next, Los Matadores and El Torito come out, 3MB and Hornswoggle come out, and we end up getting another stupid joke of a match with El Torito defeating Jinder Mahal. And El Torito still has his tail ripped off. It's still gone. They haven't figured out how to sew it back on yet. Yeah. Up next, we get an announcement that for the main event of the evening, we're going to see Bray Wyatt take on Jimmy Uso in a last man standing match. And that's the main event of the night. So we'll see that later. After that, Paul Heyman comes back out and reminds us that Brock beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania, yada yada yada. He gets on the commentary table, and he's there for the next match, which is Sheamus, our United States champion, defeating Wade Barrett, our Intercontinental champion, in what was described as a must-see brawl with an amazing finishing sequence. That's how it was described. Obviously, I'm going to guess Sheamus won with the brogue kick, since that's fucking the only thing he ever wins with. Who knows? Who cares? I don't give a fuck. After that, Big E squashes Titus O'Neil. Big E came out with an American flag, and during the match, Lana comes out with Rusev, I guess. She comes out and she cuts a promo on Big E and America, and her and Rusev watch the match from the stage. But Big E still wins. Who cares? Next up after that, we see Adam Rose defeat Jack Swagger, and afterwards Rose taunts Coulter some more. And then finally in the main event, we see the last man standing match between Bray and Jimmy Uso. It was described as a good physical match. This match also got the first CM Punk chance of the night. And Bray destroyed Jimmy in front of the announce table to win the match. So yeah, Bray wins. And that's the end of SmackDown. Last little thing, a couple of other notes. We already had the note on Bo and the dark match with Ziggler and Sami Zayn. Two other little notes. Report came out that there's going to be an article in the next issue of WWE Magazine where they talk to the Shield about, different things. It's basically just like an interview. And in it, Ambrose says that he refers to Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns as his former partners. So that sort of indicates that the Shield might still be breaking up soon. So don't know what the hell that's all about, but we'll have to see. I don't read WWE Magazine. I haven't in a really long time. Don't have a subscription. I don't buy it from anywhere. I don't think it's worth it, really. But yeah, this is kind of a strange thing to have there. So, take that for what you will. I'm not really sure where it's going to go. The final little note that we have here is, it must not have been on SmackDown because there was no notes of it. Maybe it was main event, or maybe it was Superstars. But Damien Sandow showed up in another stupid costume, this time dressed up as a rapper. And I believe, what was it? He called himself D Sandizzle or D Sizzle or some shit, trying to be all hip-hop and urban and shit. Stupid as fuck. So they've got him doing another stupid dress-up gimmick. Fucking retarded. So yeah, but that's it for the SmackDown spoilers. Once again, May 30th, 2014, taped in, I believe, Atlanta, Georgia. That's where main event was taped. I can't talk. That's where main event was taped, so main event and SmackDown are usually taped on the same night in the same town, so yeah. So there's that. Right. One other little thing that I kind of wanted to bring up, this whole thing with Damien Sandow, him being shit on and made to do these stupid fucking things, and then he kind of had that kind of a shoot promo on the Raw pre-show a couple of weeks ago, and that was before they had him, what was it? That was before they had him dress up as Magneto the first time. Yeah. This kind of seems like a good time to turn Sandow face. And I've been thinking about this for a while. Sandow and Dolph Ziggler and The Miz. Now, you might remember a while back, I might have mentioned something about they were planning on teaming up The Miz and Ziggler in this tag team where they're this rebellious guys. They feel like they've been shit on, they feel like they've been held down, and it was kind of going to be like a rehash of The Miz and R-Truth from a while back. But I think taking those two and adding Sandow to have like a 3-man faction would kind of be interesting. Could have them, I don't know, I think it would be interesting to see. We have this whole thing with Evolution versus the Shield, and we have the Shield as the faces, and Evolution's the heel, and Evolution also sort of represents the Authority, Triple H and Stephanie. So, what if Sandow, Ziggler, and The Miz teamed up to help the Shield take on Evolution and the Authority? And if Evolution does get Sheamus to join them, that still could happen. Would be interesting. Although I think The Miz right now is off filming the Marine 4, I believe. So that's probably why we haven't seen him in a while. So he'll probably be gone until that's done. Either way, I do think that would be an interesting storyline. You have this new 3-man faction of Miz, Ziggler, and Sandow to team up with the Shield to help them take down Evolution and the Authority and get them back for holding them down and treating everybody like shit and, you know, just being the cunts that they are. But of course that'll never happen because the fucking WWE creative team sucks and doesn't have the brilliance to do this. Anyways, I think that's it for the SmackDown spoilers for this week. Up next, I'm going to do the predictions for the Payback pay-per-view, which I'm pretty sure is this Sunday. And yeah. So I'm going to do my predictions for the pay-per-view. That will be up next. Stay tuned for that. And then we'll be doing the pay-per-view on Sunday. So, yeah. Thank you for watching this episode of the Wrestling Rant. As I said on Monday, this could be one of the last episodes of the rant, at least for a while. If things don't go very well on Sunday with the pay-per-view, and I decide that I don't feel like wasting my time on the WWE anymore, I might start doing NXT. As a matter of fact, I think tonight is actually their NXT TakeOver pay-per-view. I could go over that, but I don't know if I really want to. Other than that, though, if things don't go well, like I said on Sunday, I may stop doing the WWE altogether, and I might just end up waiting until Global Force Wrestling gets going, and then I might cover their shows. I don't know. TNA doesn't seem like it would be worth it, so probably wouldn't do that. Either way, that's it for SmackDown. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for the Payback pay-per-view predictions. And we will see you for that. So, thank you for watching, and good night.